types of segments are they? When they understand that thing, then we take them to the fourth level, which is connected speech. And you're going to learn some of the features from connected speech today. That would be more related to spellings. It will be based on spelling, so for you it will be easy to understand. Then in fifth level, we teach the stress pattern. Have you seen piano? Piano. In piano there are two types of keys. Bigger keys and smaller keys. The bigger keys produce heavy sound, grave sound, and the smaller keys produce a light and shrilly sound. Similar is the case with the words. If a word is made of 2 or 3 parts or many, one part will be spoken louder and the second or the third will be spoken quieter. That is what they learn in the fifth level. We call it stress pattern. In the last level, which is the sixth level, we teach our students the music of English language. Not that music which we take in general meaning, for the general meaning. The music here means the rise and fall of your speech when you're talking. When you sound natural. Like the way we speak Pashto, it has its own music. The way we talk, the way the words flow. Similar music is present in English, but that is slightly different. So in the end, the students are able to make their words flow after they complete the 6th level accent reduction training. Now in this seminar, it is 1 hour seminar. I can't complete all of these things, but I can give you chunks, important segments, and a glimpse of what accent reduction training is and what can it do. It really helps. It makes the students speak with a tasty accent. It really works. You understand? But before getting down to business, let's consider it's your first day. It's your first day. And it's your first day at university, and you're sitting with a person you don't know. You want to know him, and you want to find out whether he can be your fella, your friend or not. So for that purpose, I want to give you 1 minute, and I want every one of you to talk to the person who is sitting to your right side for 1 minute. In English, please. Please. About introduction, introduce yourselves to one another. In 1 minute, please. As I told you, consider it's your first day. That's so okay, like that just starts to bear with me. First day, it's university, it's your first day, and you're introducing yourselves to one another. Please, but in English. It's an English language class for 1 hour. English, please. All of you. Everyone, every 2 people, please. I can't reach everywhere, but you should talk, right? Okay, lehja, talaffuz, good. Natural way of speaking. Anyone else?
Accent is the thing with vocabulary, grammar. They are same but pronunciation is different.
Good, very good. Accent is that type of language. English language is divided into 3 dialects. Dialect is a variety of English. Dialect matlab bhi the English your variety. But duniya ki 3 hot varieties in English. Australian, American or British. Now 80% of the world population use British English as the official language. Officially British English istemali ki spellings dagivi, grammar dagivi, even American English chi full grammar the 95%, the British grammar the 5% of variations the. The basic the American, Australian the derivative forms the negative forms the. Yet we have to understand all of them. You understand ki bal pregide galat karbo ke mata uste culture difference razi. Pants ya visitawi Americans, British ragit underwear we. No stamata way. Your shopkeeper to Talarshi and you're asking for the pants, maybe he gives you underwear. Right? While you'll be thinking about getting something else. No cultural difference, we have the difference in Rajati. What's your class badam mind kirazi, accent reduction training for Mazda to British English para. Baki bande basinga poigam. You bande chipuishwe, the Baki Samajusan be, will move to the training work go. In the end, we comparisons go. Was British English features bande design poiko Americans ki daga daga farakte. Was among 2 accent reduction training, but that was a one khatam sheet. It really helps. Nos aga to hukuli nishu. You have 3 segments the wada. Khulli ke be hum features or that the exercise kare ho. Dera para chitta su talaga andaza sheet least how does it work? How does it work? Okay? Accent reduction training bunyadi function se accent we stress ta stress. Reduction kamulata we. Listen please. Listen. Accent reduction training ki mung se to we make the bigger words smaller. Hard and fast, but sentences which are longer they become shorter. अगर sentences बड़ी शी, तो ये सारा दो कार्य कीगी. You start fluency राशी, and second, pace, speed से वाशी speaking. You talk fluently and with speed. You understand? उस दिन अपन start वाले. These are पूरे खबर समझ के ना what is accent reduction training? हाँ?
We make the bigger words smaller and make the.
Let me give you an example. Please go to the next slide. This will help you. Look at this, please. The first picture with the first sentence. That's come top of the sentence. What you may call it, and then the contracted word is. Can anyone pronounce it? Whatchamacallit. Now, the real speakers, the native speakers, don't speak like that. What you may call it. Tamugawa situation, we are trying to remind, yes. So they don't say what you may call it. They'll go for whatchamacallit. That is for connection. The accent reduction, that will be. Words, that is there are proper rules. Mathematical rules, which is also the mathematics rules. The rules, they are connection. So like cutting, so like extra sounds, so like twisting. Look at this thing. No. Yes, good. I have got you, like somebody does something and you come on him and you say, I've got you. So you don't say, I've got you. We make it gotcha, but not gotcha, please. Okay, gotcha. And that is how I speak gotcha. In question we say gear mikri. That's why you can gear mikri. In English, gotcha. Yeah, gotcha. Right? That is how they speak. And write it down. So you can do that. It's an English language. Speak English, please. You people come from sports department, right? And many of the sportsmen from Pakistan are zero at talking when they go to interviews. They can't speak in English. Yeah, and when Safaras talks, people really laugh at him. Other cricketers, Pakistani cricketers, when they start talking, they really embarrass themselves. And when you listen to the Indians, they are really brilliant with their English. Understand? Yeah, the Indians are good. So we should be like them at least. You people are from sports department. You might be working in different sports. You need it. You really need it. Okay, next slide please. Now is the first thing, catenation. Chemistry, chemistry. Subject to judge the chemistry. No, it's alright. Now please listen. Catenation is the first feature of connected speech. Catenation, matlab dawe, when you have a word, and in the end of that word, if there is a consonant, and in the end of that word, if there is a consonant letter, while there is next word which begins with a vowel letter. That's the situation we, please. The word we pick, the pen की consonant letter दे, please. Consonant letter दे, word it तो बोले, the पर start की vowel letter दे, I. या the it पर end की consonant दे, और the up पर start की vowel दे. That's it. Catenation के मुंह से चलो, the fluency रास्ता दे पारा. Then the last letter, मुंह कट को consonant letter, then the detach और पसे vowel से retach. और that was process end पूरे मुंह को. So that K cut sheet, the it will be rishi. So the it nati cut sheet, अगर the up will be rishi. मतलब pick it up. I have to make them understand. I don't. Many of them don't understand. If you people want me to talk in English only, tell me. सिर्फ English के खबरों कम. जब हम relax him, so that it will look like an English language seminar. Or should I speak in English only?
Yes, sir.
And please cooperate with me. If you don't understand something, raise your hand. I'll explain. But English is, I think, a better way. All right, thank you. Yes, look at it. Pick it up. It becomes pick it up.
Pick it up.
After that connection, catenation. Repeat after me. Pick it up.
Pick it up.
All right, next. Please don't do that. Yesterday we had a seminar at Pub School and College, and the students were brilliant. But they had one problem, like primary school students. They were doing the thing you did. Like if I spoke pick it up, they would speak 2-3 times with me and then with themselves 10 times. So don't do that, please. Okay, 1 or 2 times enough. When I stop, you should stop. And the next, what is it? Don't go ahead of me. What is it? T will be removed from here. Will become part of is and. The word S here represents Z sound, Z sound. So it will go and take to the next word. And we'll say, what is it? What is it? And if we are speaking the way the words are written, what is it? Then it is ridiculous. Okay, it is like a robot. If a robot is talking, what is it? Right? What is it? Yeah, pick it up. Can you give me another example? Come on, another example.
What is it?
Alright, another example, please. Like this. Yeah, very good. Who's it? Who's it? Fine.
How is it?
How is it?
How much is it?
How are you? Why is
You notice this?
How much is it?
I'm sorry.
How much is it?
How much is it? Good.
How are you? How are you?
Yeah, how are you? Who's that?
there? How are you? I will give it.
Wait, I will give you. No, it doesn't come with this guy.
Who is that?
Please, I can't listen to his words.
Who's it?
Who's it?
Take him out.
All right, thank you. Now. Who is it? Fine. Yeah, fine. This is one thing. Don't forget, please cooperate. I said, I expect really good things from you. So do not spoil my expectations. Please, next slide. Catenation was the first thing. Don't forget. Now the second thing is elision. The word elision means deletion. When you remove something, when you delete something. But what is that thing to be deleted? That is a sound. What do we do in English? Sometimes our letter is written in the spelling, right? But in pronunciation, it is not spoken. It is dropped. Dictionary speaks that letter, but publicly, the people don't speak that. And that is why the speech, comprehension, and understanding becomes really a tough thing to do. You understand? So you must learn this thing. Now here is a rule. 6 letters are there in English, 6 letters, 6 sounds which are dropped from pronunciation, which are not spoken during pronunciation, while dictionary speaks them. Okay, dictionary speaks it, publicly people don't speak those letters. And 2 of them are T and D. If T and D come between 2 consonants, like on the left side if there is a consonant, and on the right side there is a consonant, and in the middle there is T or D, what will happen to them? They will be silent. They won't be spoken. For example, look at the word left, back. T is between F and B. So it will be removed. And then it will be spoken as left back. Left back. You understand? Second thing, stand by. T will be eliminated, elided, and stand by. Without right up. Then look back. Look back. It will pick up. Now you might be thinking, listen, like that. Before there is E. And E is a vowel. It doesn't apply, the root doesn't apply here. But E, in the end of every English word, is silent, provided that the word doesn't come from another language. English has so many words from other languages, such like Bangalore, which is from Hindi, or cliche, which is from French. So if those words are there, and in the end of them there is E, there are chances that E will be spoken. But if it is English's own word by origin, then that word will not speak E in the end. It will always be silent, keep in mind. E in the end will always be silent if it is English word. You understand? So here the word looked, E is silent. Yeah?
So what comedy has E in the last?
The word comedy has Y in the end. Comedy has Y in the end. Committee, that is double E. And double E's are pronounced. Double E's are pronounced. That is double E, not single E. And I told you, if E is there and it is spoken, that word is not English own word by birth. That is taken from another language. French, Greek, Italian, Hindi. You understand? Arabic. Now look at this case. I must go. Come. I must go. Now, the common most thing which will be used for elision is the superlative degree of adjectives. Good?
Better.
Yes. Light, light, lighter, lightest, great, greater, greatest. So in every superlative degree which is regular, there is T in the end. And there are chances that those T's are going to be removed from speaking if the next word begins with a consonant. So be careful about that. Be careful about that. Okay? Is it clear? Have you noted them down? If not, please note them down and then we'll go ahead. I have written really few words on the slides for your easiness so that you note the things down easily in short time. Please.
So wait.
You speak. That was here somewhere, okay? No, don't move it, it's not complete. Those who don't have their own ideology in play. So a leader says, who is with me? And a follower says, to whom do I belong? Who will take me? Who is with me and who will take me? And I hope you people are leaders. Like you can lead your life. You're educated.
Maybe we think so.
You're educated. Right? So make your way to standing up. Make yourselves free, relax, and ask questions. Just like here. Catenation. Example for catenation, please.
Watch it, please. Watch it.
Watch it. Yeah, the word watch ends with ch sound, and it begins with I. So from watch, ch will go to I, and become watch it. Nice.
What's up?
What's up? Very good. Sound good then. What's up? Patch up is fine, but not watch up. Patch up is fine. Yeah. Pick it up. That is my example. All right. Next thing was elision. Can you give me more examples for elision? No, examples for elision. What is that? Commencement. Comment well. Comment well. Right. Good. Comment well. Comment well. I trust you. Very good. I trust you. Switch. That is catenation. Catenation, not elision. Fine. Thank you. You're really helping. Right. Next. Assimilation. Now, please. This thing is really important. Activities will come. Listen, please. Activities will come, and then you won't be able to understand them if you don't understand these features. Assimilation, the word assimilation, what is assimilation? Alright, assimilation please. Assimilation is a word which means making two things alike. Like you have red color, you have blue color, and in the end, both of them are either blue or red. That is what assimilation is. There is a bad boy, there is a good boy. A bad and good boy sit together, they become friends, and in the end, both of them are either good or bad. You understand? That is called assimilation. That is assimilation. Now here it happens in terms of sounds too. Two sounds will get together and they will change into a different sound. They'll be completely different. They won't be like any of the ones who are combining. Look at these four cases. In English there are four cases where assimilation happens. In our terminology, we call it consonant assimilation, right? But in general English, it is called assimilation. And I have made this accent deduction training quite simple for you. We don't teach it the way I'm teaching you. We teach it with the help of phonetic letters and with technicality. But here, I've made it based on spellings A, B, C, so that you understand. What happens here, if T and Y get together, they are fused and they change into ch sound. Thing number one. Look at the example. The word don't ends with T. U starts with Y. So don't you becomes don't you, yes. Don't you. So don't you know becomes don't you know. Don't you know. That is what happens. And I promise you that from now on, when you're watching film, if it is in English, or if you're listening to any news on BBC, CNN, you'll find these things. You will be able to catch it. And trust me, it really helps. It will happen to you. Your teacher, Sir Shah, Muhammad Shah, he's been a fan of accent deduction training, but he's getting it from me here. And he's in level 1 with sound. He's working on sounds, yet he has improved. And he really enjoys every bit of it. Like every time he comes next day, he says, I was watching BBC and this thing happened. And he explained that to me. He enjoys. Your ears will also be able to catch these things when you listen to the native speakers from now on. But please pay attention again. If you are disturbed, don't disturb your fan. If you are disturbed yourself, it's alright, but don't disturb your fan. That is a bigger sin. D plus Y together will change into J. For example, how do you know will become how do you know. Really nice. Who said? You spoke real. How do you know will become how do you know. How do you know. Then, bless you. Bless you. Not bless you. When we people, like in our culture, Islamic culture, if someone sneezes, what do we say? He says Alhamdulillah, we say Alhamdulillah. Alhamdulillah. In English culture, if somebody sneezes, like they don't say themselves anything, but the person who is beside them, they say to them, bless you. Bless you. It means Alhamdulillah. Right? But for us it is Alhamdulillah, there is bless you. Then Z plus Y together change into J sound. Very good. How's your day becomes how's your day? How's your day? And that is English. When we copy English people, what do we do? Right? That is real English. That is real English. Is it clear? Yes. Have you noted it down?
Yes.
Yes. Most of you haven't. If you haven't, please write it down. The ones who haven't, write it down, please. It can be a turning point in your life, seriously. It really helps. I started accent reduction training with 3 words I still remember from my teacher. With 3 words. Go for assimilation, go for linking, go for elision. And I started with that. And then I wrote my books on that. Now I'm giving this training. It's been 6 years. But my journey began with 3 words. And your journey is going to start with 5 words. I hope it helps more. And your journey is beginning with examples. I didn't have an example. I just wrote those 3 words. And now it's a complete training in examples. And it's really working. Like from our academy, if somebody goes out with a diploma, 3-month diploma in hand, he has a brilliant, tasty and yummy accent. And people really enjoy that. I'll give you a glimpse of that on YouTube channel. We had a debate contest this month on 9/11, and we had some really brilliant speakers talking during the debate. So you'll enjoy that. The same thing can happen to you if you work on it. If you're not able to go to any academy, at least you can do that at home, watching on YouTube. Is it done?
Yes, sir.
Can I go ahead?
Yes.
Right, next please. Alright, please, go back. Z plus Y will change into J sound. J sound. No J, no J, J sound. Fine. You asked, the one with cap, what's your name? Gul Nabi, alright, thank you. Next. Weakening is the next feature. The word weaken is a verb, and it means making a stronger thing weak. There's something strong, and you make that weak, you weaken it. Like if you have a problem, a disease, what does it do? It weakens your body. Now, in pronunciation, weakening means making bigger pronunciations smaller, right? Making bigger words smaller for easiness. Why do we search for easiness? It is human nature. Human, ever since he has come to existence into this world, is in search of comfort zones. And that happens in speech too. If a human had to speak every word individually, it would take a lot of energy from them, a lot of time from them and efforts. So in order to reduce the efforts, what does a human do? He makes his words flow by weakening them, by making them shorter and smaller for quick speaking and fast speaking, right? So the words which are supposed to be weakened, do you understand weakened? Am I clear to you?
Yes, sir.
Right, the words which are supposed to be weakened, made smaller, are these 5 types of words, don't forget. These 5 types of words in English are called function words. Function words, right, function words. They're called function words because they are functioning within a sentence. Outside a sentence, they are meaningless. They have no meaning. They're just like virus. If they're inside the body, they're alive. If they're outside, they're dead. Similar is the case with these types of words. If they are part of a sentence, they have meaning. If they are outside a sentence, they are meaningless. For example, if I ask you people, what is meant by and? What will you say?
Nothing.
What does and mean?
No meaning.
No. What is not the meaning of and?
Meaningless.
It's a meaningless word. You can translate it You can translate it into other languages, but it has no meaning. Can you tell me the meaning of act? What does it mean? Oh, yeah, that is a usage. You said that is a usage. We use it for localities, for places, but it has no meaning. Act has no meaning. What is a synonym of act? Synonym, a word with similar meaning. If I ask you for good, you will say nice. Good means nice. But what does act mean? It has no meaning. From, no meaning. For, all of these words are meaningless. They have no meaning. So they are used for functioning within a sentence because we have to make the structure of a sentence with the help of these words. Now if they're outside, if they're part of a sentence, and as I told you, they have no meaning, and the people whose life is meaningless, they have no reputation, no name, no respect, no dignity and honor in the societies. That is the case. Same is the case with these 4 words. Within a sentence, they are spoken quieter. They are really weak and sometimes skipped. Sometimes we don't even realize them. We don't even have to speak them. Because if you speak them or not, still the meaning is conveyed. The message is conveyed without them. The words which are having meaning are nouns, which is the king of English language. Nouns. Adjectives, the minister, prime minister, I'll say. Right? Then we have verbs, the ministers, and adverbs, their supporters. Adverbs. These 4 types of words in English have meaning. They have synonyms. The rest have no meaning. Okay? So these are supposed to be weakened. Now, how do we do weakening? The word and has 2. Can I have a marker, please?
Yes.
Thank you. Not a permanent, temporary marker.
Yes.
A whiteboard. Yeah, what happens with this? This word has 2 pronunciations. Number 1, and. This is a symbol of sound in writing. And its weak form is un. This is another symbol of sound. So, and will become n during speaking. And act has 2 pronunciations as well. Number 1, this one. And number 2, this one. So act becomes ut, right? From has 2 pronunciations as well. Number 1, this is a symbol of sound, okay? Number 1, from, the complete version. And its weak version is from, right? Yeah, from will become from. And the word for, with complete version is for, as I said. And in shorter form it is fur. I forgot one word, let me write it over here. Of, O-F. Its pronunciation is of. Spelling is F, but pronunciation is with B. And that is the beauty of pronunciation. Pronunciation is a good guide, but spelling are really deceptive. Spelling can deceive you. You understand? I was watching a video from a Korean teacher. She was teaching her students the word F-U-T-U-R-E. How is it spoken? Future, right? But she was saying in her mother language that F-U, food, T-U, tu, L-E, li, futuli. So she made the word future, futuli, based on spelling. So spelling is not a good guide towards pronunciation. And sounds are, they really help. So, of is actually spoken as of with V. But in shorter version, it is spoken like, somebody will help me. Yeah, it becomes only. Yeah, just like that. For example, if there is a word, a sentence like, it is of good quality. It is of good quality. Will become, it is a good quality. And a sentence like, he is a student of AWKUM. Will become, he's a student of AWKUM. Student of AWKUM. Glass of water. 2 things are happening here. Glass of water. Glass of water. Glass of water. That is the beauty of this weakening. Okay, then them. The word them, which in strong form is spoken as I spoke. Them. And this is the transcription. Them. The phonetic letters I'm writing. Transcription ki munda kaibe, huh? Them. It becomes, it's the strong form, and its weak version is them. Them. Them becomes them. You becomes y. You, y. I becomes a. I am. You and I. You and I. You and I have to do something. You 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 and I have to do something becomes you have to do something. That weakening comes. You understand? Instead of those heavy keys in the piano, you're using the smaller keys. Clear? Then the word R has two pronunciations as well. The one, as I told you, R. And the second, the schwa sound. What's that? Why do you guess that sound? Schwa, like that sound in English, the tone is huh? It is called schwa sound, the weakest sound, but it's the most influential sound. Every way, you're going to go for fluency and weakening, you're going to use the sound, please. No, like that. Up sound. A sound. We have that here. Okay, was become was. Are you getting point? From. Weak form. Strong. Full. Alright, let me go somewhere else. Strong form. Strong, I said. Weak one. Excellent. Strong form. No. And weak one. That is it. Have you noted it down?
Yes.
Thank you. Next.
What about may?
Alright, he asked that what about the auxiliary? Modal auxiliary may, M-A-Y. May will become m. For example, I may go somewhere. I'm gonna go somewhere. I'm gonna go somewhere. I may go. I'm gonna go somewhere. Right? Okay, any more examples if you could ask it? Any more words like that? For example, may.
About little.
Wait a moment, please. Yes? Who's speaking? You? We are? Alright, he wants me to speak the sentence. We are eating. It will become we are eating. We are will become we are. And eating, of course, will be linked with are. We are eating. Good? You should give me an example. Who's that? Where is the function word? I need a function word.
Little.
Little?
Said a little bit like that.
Alright, a little bit. A little bit. A little bit. But that is not a function word. Give me the auxiliaries like am, are, is, on, at. Function words like that. So I'll tell you the pronunciation if you people are confused somewhere. If not, I'll go ahead.
Who's that?
Shall.
In the word who's that, there is a helping verb which is, and that is already contracted. Who is, whose.
Should. Shall, shall.
Shall in a sentence, for example, I shall becomes a shall the same way. The only difference you will find over there, it's a longer word actually. The only difference you'll find will be the dark L. It will not be spoken as shall. It will be shall. Without L, it becomes dark. That's the only difference. Thank you. Let's go ahead. Yeah, now intrusion. Can I have this? You look at the word intrusion. Intrusion means entering a place without need, entering a place without permission. If you are going somewhere where you're not supposed to be, that is intrusion. Clear? Now, in intrusion, what happens? There are certain sounds which are not part of the spelling, but they are heard. If you look at the word, there is no such sound. But if you listen to the sentence, there will be an extra sound which will confuse you. And this is why the speech becomes a hard nut to crack during comprehension. We don't understand what the word is spoken, what sentence is spoken during fluent speech. So intrusion is that kind of thing. What will we do? We introduce extra sounds which will not be part of a sentence, part of the spelling, but we'll hear that. Look at the first case. There are three cases, but I have picked two for easiest. The third one is more technical. The first case, if there is a word which ends with a vowel sound, this V represents vowel. And the next word begins with a vowel sound. Now, in other places, you have vowel sounds. In the end of a word, and in the beginning of the very next word. First thing understood? Second thing, if sound one, the vowel sound which is in the end of the word, if you speak that sound and your lips position becomes rounded, your lips are rounded in the end when you speak the sound. And the next sound, the next vowel sound is any sound. You will make a bridge between them. And that bridge will be the sound of W. What? That will be a bridge, a connection between them. For example, do. When you speak the word do, lips become rounded. When you say it begins with a vowel. You're gonna link these two sounds. And it will become
Do it now.
do it. Very good. Do it. So it will become wit. Do it. And if you speak do it, it is like a robot. It's not like you. It's not like a human. Robot, do it. Fine. That is case 1. In case 2, if vowel sound, which is in the end of the word, ends with the spread lips position. You speak it, and in the end, your lips are spread for the sound. Right? For example, here, he. The word he ends with a vowel sound for which your lips position is spread. The next word begins with a vowel sound again. So you're going to link them with Y between them as a phrase. Very good. So he is. Join together. He is. He is. He is an actor. Now let me test your language a bit. Look at this phrase. Who thinks? Which intrusion should be done? The first or the second? First one. And how should it be spoken? Go up. Go up. Okay. Now look at this thing. Can you see it? Day in, day out. How are we link these words here and these words here? With which feature? First or second?
Second.
The second one, very good. So it will become day in, day out. Day in, day out. And if we are going to speak without it, then it becomes day in, day out. That is more childish. Sounds bad. Is it clear?
Yes, sir.
Note it down, please. I actually left little words on the screen for the easiness so that they can take notes quickly. It is something technical. Like they don't know phonology, and I have to teach them the thing which is of high class. So I gotta make it somewhat moderate, normal, general, more general. And I hope it's working. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
It's based on spelling. I spoke to them in Pashto. Oh, what? I don't know. Then who they talked to the subject. I thought they could understand because their expressions were really questioning. Their faces were having questioning expressions. Yeah, but now they all are okay. Seriously, I'm enjoying it. 5 features. Feature number 1, catenation. Very good. Feature number 2, elision. Feature number 3, assimilation. Number 4, weakening. Number 5, intrusion. Okay. One example for catenation. Please stand up and speak, because I don't know where I speak from. Yes. Who's it? Who's it? Fine. Very good. All right, cast it out. Nice. One example for elision.
I must go.
Very good. I must go becomes I must go. Nice. One example. One example from here for elision. An example for elision. Not from this side. From backbenchers. Stand. All right. He said stand by. Becomes stand by. Fine. Good. One example from this side. Yes.
I must go.
I would like to go.
I must go.
Category. I must go. He said. Another example.
Don't lift back.
Yeah, that's Sia. What's your name? Sanaula, please. You should tell me a sentence. You don't know. So why did you ask me? I told you if you don't understand something, ask me. Raise your hand. Alright?
You must know.
Fine. Yeah. I know that is different thing. That is weakening. When you say I may go, I will go, it's weakening. And I'm asking for elision.
What's going on?
What's going on?
Look at me.
Yeah.
Just now.
Bring back. Bring back.
Big, bad,
Bring back.
bring back. No, there is no D, there is no T. Elision is
Just
done
now.
with T and D. Just now. No, very good.
Bless you.
No, he said just now. It becomes just now.
Just now.
Excellent. Third thing. What's the third thing?
Assimilation.
Assimilation. That's fine. Good. Trust me. Assimilation. One example for assimilation, Jawad.
Would you bring me a glass of water?
Okay, good. No, I can't. I'm sorry. Good. You bring me a glass of water. It comes. Would you bring